Hey everybody, today we're going to go over how you can make yourself a candle, or rather an oil lamp, using everyday items from around the house. Stick with me, I'll show you how to do it. There's 3 ingredients in this project. The first one is extra virgin olive oil. I've tried other types of oil, this one seems to work the best. It has the highest fat content, I think that's why it burns the best. Second ingredient is 100% cotton string. It's gotta be cotton. I got mine from the food section in the grocery store, so this is safe to use, like to tie up chicken legs or anything like that. And the third thing you need is a container to hold your oil and kind of prop up your string as a wick. I'm using a Altoid Smalls tin because it packs very well in my kit. So the first thing you do is you take a length of that cotton string. Doesn't have to be very long. This one's probably 8 inches, maybe less. The string that I got is, I don't know if you can see that, is twisted. So I tried to just, what we're doing out of this string is we're making it into a wick. And I tried to just use it as a wick as is. And it works. It will wick this lamp oil, or this olive oil that we're going to use, but the flame doesn't get very big and it doesn't offer very much light. So what we're going to do is we're going to double this over. We're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to start twisting it. So it twists back on itself. See what I'm doing there? Twist both strands and eventually it'll start to twist on itself. So hold them separate like this a little bit and give them both an individual twist and they'll wrap each other up. Another way to do this is just like reverse wrap cordage. Twist that one, bring it around. Twist the top one, make it the bottom one. Twist the top one, make it the bottom one. This isn't very hard. It does take a little bit of practice, but not a tremendous amount. When you're dealing with longer pieces and making actual rope or cordage, Ray Mears shows a method where you can kind of lay it out on your leg and roll them, and they'll roll together. But with a shorter length like this one, I think that's a little bit tougher. I like the reverse wrap style. Gives me a lot of control. Lets me decide how tight to make this weave, this wrap. And I've tried scaling this up, since this is going to be kind of 2-ply. I tried to do a 3-ply wick as well, and it didn't work as well. So more wicks does not always equal more flame. It does when you double it, but I think that's about as maximum as you're gonna get. It seemed to be like when I tripled up the wick and made it a braid, it seemed to just be burning the cotton instead of the oil. So there's our wick. We'll finish that up here. This. I guess it's not exactly in half, but okay. And then give it a pull to set those fibers in their new spot. And then once you let go, it shouldn't unravel. Now the easy part, what we gotta do is find a container to put it in. Like a mini Altoids tin. This thing is perfect because when you're not using it as a lamp, you can keep your wick in there and it'll stay relatively isolated from the rest of your gear. Everything won't get all oily. So we'll coil up this wick in here like this and just leave it sticking out a little bit in one corner. And then all we gotta do is add some olive oil. I got extra virgin olive oil. I don't know if that helps or not. That's kind of like on my food. So this is now a double multi-purpose item. We can use it for cooking and we can use it for lamp oil. So I like it for both. So all we do is add a little bit, enough to cover the wick in the bottom of this container. Not too much, because these Altoids tins have holes in the side to create their hinge. And then all you gotta do is light it. First, the cotton will burn. That's why we chose cotton thread. And then later on, it'll start to wick up the fluid there. Oil in this case. Now you can also do this with lamp oil, but I might have to change this around here. It is burning. It's just burning the cotton of the string and not necessarily that lamp oil. Alright, let's see if I get it lit. There we go. And we have candle flame. I did some testing on this before I brought it out here. I was able to get this to burn for over an hour. So the rate on a candle like this, the rate it consumes the oil, it consumes at 6 grams per hour, or about 0.3 ounces per hour. So I let mine burn for a solid hour and I still had plenty of oil left in the bottom. There we go. That's better. Alright, so like I said before, this has consumed about 0.3 ounces per hour of the oil, and it has consumed about 6 grams per hour of the oil, depending on how you measure. A couple of mistakes I made early on. I tried to suspend this wick in like a bottle or another container with a paper clip or something, and that cuts off the amount of capillary action that the wick needs to stay lit, so it doesn't keep going. I tried several different ways of keeping it up, and it just doesn't work. So what I learned was if you just lay the wick in the oil, it will do what it's supposed to do. It will have plenty of capillary action to pull up enough oil to stay lit. Okay, so once you're done burning your candle, you can take your wick out of there and kind of squeeze out all the excess oil back into the reservoir and set that aside. You can drain your oil back into your bottle because it's still good enough to use. This way it cuts down on waste. And then once it's pretty well refilled, you can just store your wick in the tin somewhere in your pack. All right. Well, that was oil lamp from Everyday Items. I hope you liked this video today. If you do, please remember to give me a like and a share and a subscribe, because I hope you learned something. And I hope I'll see you for the next one. Thanks.